Hey everyone, I'm here at SHOT Show 2018. I am at the Wilder Tactical booth. These are guys that I really hadn't heard much of before, to be completely honest with you. But when I got a look at what you guys are doing, it definitely piqued my interest and made me want to do a video with you guys because you're doing some really interesting stuff. So can you tell us really briefly like what it is you guys do, and then we'll kind of run through what products you guys are making right now?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So at Wilder Tactical, basically I build custom gear. That's how we started. And what we have here is Evolution Series I developed. It's a unique line of products. It's a system that allows us to basically make a container to hold a variety of different products. Mm-hmm. So take a product, match the shape, make it work. That's all we do. Put it on our minimalist battle belt pad that we designed. Streamlining systems, making everything as small as possible, as light as possible, and user-friendly as possible, ergonomic for the body, everything like that.
Yeah, and so you kind of mentioned your slimline belts here. As you guys know, when I'm taking like a class or something like that, I prefer to just run a battle belt if I can get away with it. I don't like wearing a plate carrier or chest rig if I can avoid it. The ones I have are great, but they're really, really big, pretty bulky. Mm-hmm. You guys have a really slimline one.
Yep, so what we did was we took and made it, got rid of the molly. You don't need any molly locks. It helps with the price of your actual attachments and all that other stuff as well. But what it does allows you to get minimal size on it, so it's not coming way up your sides. When you bend over, it doesn't dig into you. It sticks essentially onto the belt you're wearing to keep your pants up. That's all you need. It pads the attachments so that they don't dig into your side. Mm-hmm. And because these are basically little belt loops spaced out, you can weave your belt in and out wherever you want, and they act as keepers so that nothing slides around.
Right, and so what I'm gonna do, since the camera's kind of far back right now, is I'm gonna take some pictures after we're done so you guys can see what it is he's talking about, how you can thread the belt wherever you need it, and again, use them as keepers, and it works with molly, it works with regular belt clips or belt loops, pretty much whatever attachment system you have for your battle belt that you're using now, or want to use, you can use it with this and pretty much run. Will it fit up to like a 2-inch belt?
So this will fit, you could barely get a 2-inch belt there and there if you wanted to. I recommend is 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches.
Okay.
And in all honesty, I personally recommend 1.5 inch belt because again, it's all about being minimal. So we want to have the least amount of stuff in there. So when you bend over, when you move, you have just as minimal as possible.
Awesome. So what are some of the attachments, if someone were to get that belt, what are some of the attachments they're going to be able to throw on it from you guys?
So the simplest attachment that I recommend is just a quick clip right here. Mm-hmm. What it does is 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches. You can specify that. But it's the cheapest, simplest attachment. Once you're on here and you pull the belt tight, it's not coming off. So it doesn't matter, what you have. You don't need a big fancy attachment. Now, with that being said, you can also use tech locks. You can use Safariland ELS system. You can use a variety of different attachments from all these different companies because we have a universal hole pattern on the back.
Awesome.
So just because we sell a few of them doesn't mean if you already have something, you can't buy it and use that.
Right, which is a really cool thing, because one of the pains is when you buy something and then you're now having to retrofit everything you just bought to be able to make it work with what you're doing. And it's a big deterrent for people to upgrade or buy new products, because no one wants to now buy, if I've got all these mag pouches, now I have to throw those away and get something new, and it's a giant pain.
And that was a big thing with this. That's actually where the concept came from. I personally didn't like having to buy molly attachments, all those other things. I wanted to upgrade to a belt. Now I had to buy new pouches. I had to buy stuff that would fit on there and work on there. So with this, it was like, well, how can I make this the cheapest setup for the end user as far as cost goes, not having to upgrade parts and pieces. Mm-hmm. So when we made this, it was like, hey, why don't we just hook everything on the belt, pad the belt, do this, now I don't have to upgrade all that stuff.
Awesome. So right there in your hands is one of your universal pistol mag pouches, right?
Yes.
So let's say I'm a big fan of, say, 10 millimeter, and I'm running a Glock 20. Will my Glock 20 mags fit in there?
They will.
And let's say I want to practice malfunction, so I'm going to carry a 1911. Will my single stack 1911 mags fit in there?
Right there. Just going to drop right in. I didn't even have to make any adjustments.
Awesome. But let's say I want it tighter. It does have adjustable retention?
Yes. So if you want it tighter, to make sure you're maximizing it out, you can just reach in here and work these right here down just like that. Mm-hmm. That's one side. That's the other side. Pull it out the bottom. Push my mag down in there. Make that right there. We're all set.
Awesome. And one thing I like about these versus some of the other options on the market is there's a nice big feed lip in here. Mm-hmm. So there are some other pouches I've used which are nice, but my problem is once I'm going to put a mag back in there, I'm now fumbling around trying to push it open and dig into the corner of it. This lets you feed it straight in there with very little issue whatsoever. It just guides itself right in. And same with your rifle pouches. So these rifle pouches, obviously there's an AR-15 mag in here.
Yeah, so any AR-15, anything will fit inside of an AR-15 lower. It doesn't matter what caliber's inside of it, steel or polymer, who makes it, it'll fit inside of here.
Okay.
So
AK mags, will they fit in here?
AK mags will not.
Okay.
AK mags, we're working on something for those right now.
Okay.
They're kind of a rough one to do a very good mag holder for, but we got something pretty close.
Cool, and you guys also have like battle rifle, like 308 mags,
So yeah,
right?
we've got a 308 mag, so the biggest difference is a little wider.
Sure.
It's got a different look on it, needs a little structure to stiffen it up some. But this will hold FNFAL mags,
Okay.
AR-10 mags, and AI mags.
Okay.
So pretty much all your standard 308 mags will fit inside of this.
Awesome. And you guys also do like baton and flashlight
So
pouches?
for the show, we did a couple of new things. We did
Okay.
our universal handcuff holder. It's going to hold your ASP handcuffs, your Peerless, your Smith & Wessons, hinged or unhinged, which is something kind of unique for a lot of things out there. There's not
Right.
a good one that does all that.
So if I have a chain handcuff, it'll work with it?
Yep.
And if I have the I'm losing all the
Hinged.
hinged, thank you.
Yep.
It'll still work, right?
Yep. It'll all fit in there and work real good.
Cool. And then you got, is that an ASP baton holder?
So we got an
as
ASP
well?
baton holder right here.
Okay.
Same thing. It's just designed to hold that shape, hold everything there.
Cool. You guys got flashlights, but one of the cool things too is a tourniquet pouch.
This is one of our biggest things when it comes to law enforcement.
Right.
And it goes back to my background as a Ranger Battalion medic. I really like the medical stuff. This is kind of where the company started. So this is a universal tourniquet holder. It holds the soft T wide, holds the cat tourniquet. It holds all generations of the cat tourniquet. It also holds the SAM medical tourniquet, and then a variety of other things that'll fit down inside of there.
That's awesome. In my opinion, one of the most overlooked things when it comes to people carrying equipment is the medical equipment. So having something that's purpose-built to carry around your tourniquet, whatever tourniquet that is, because I've bought a pouch for a tourniquet before and then decided, you know what, I want to start carrying a different one, and now I have to buy another pouch. Again, not something you're going to have to worry about there. So essentially what you guys are doing between the belt and all these pouches is it's essentially a one-stop shop for setting up a duty belt, or if you're running classes, a belt like that, right?
Yep.
In fact, and again, the pictures I'm going to roll in are going to be showing that, how it's pretty much a duty setup with the baton.
Let me grab this.
Yeah. With some, and you guys again are working on drop leg panels now, right?
So we have a drop leg attachment system that's going to hold all of our gear. It's got a minimalist strap on it. It's got a minimalist strap on it that slides over everything so that it doesn't rub on your pants and cause friction burns or anything like that.
Awesome.
And it articulates every time you can take a step. Same with the pistol holster. It allows you to mount whatever type of previously made, manufactured by the popular people, to mount it right on there and let everything articulate and swing. And you can see here just the belts just woven in there.
Yeah, and again, a very small minimalist package. So again, what I'm going to do, I'll be taking the close-up pictures and hopefully rolling those in front of the camera so you guys can actually see what that looks like up close. But that's just a really, really cool option for those of you, again, who want that minimalist setup, but still want that rigid kydex and be able to carry a wide variety of different tools on your little tool belt. Anything else you want to talk about from what you guys are doing?
I mean, realistically, this is what we got rolled out for shop. We got a few new things coming out pretty soon. We're going to branch into some more medical stuff, more minimalist pouches, and a couple other concepts that we're working on. So this should be coming out in the next couple months.
Awesome.
And just going to keep moving forward.
So if people want to stay on top of the new releases you guys are doing, where can they go look?
So they can go to wildertactical.com. We're also on Facebook as Wilder Tactical and on YouTube.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'll link below to the website as well as those social media pages, just so you guys can stay on top of it, because I'm really interested to see where you guys go in 2018, because what I'm seeing here is really impressing me, and I definitely like the direction it's going in. And especially with you saying you're going to do more medical stuff, that's music to my ears. So thanks very much for talking to us.
All right, thank you.
Definitely follow the links below. I'm going to be doing a lot more coverage here from SHOT Show 2018, so stay tuned for that. But as always, I hope you were able to get something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching.